Good day, sir. Together with Mr. Felsilda, here's our thoughts in Concept A, B, and C. My thoughts about the concept in use of vlog in teaching and learning process is I think it's more fun and interesting. It's easy to use anywhere, and last, it's better in understanding. Vlogging or making video vlogs is a great way to use video for teaching and learning. It makes learning more fun and easier to understand because it uses video and sounds instead of just text. If you ask me how vlogging helps in our school that benefits both teachers and students, here's my answer. Using vlogs has many benefits for both students and teachers. Like first, video grabs students' attention better than reading. Watching a science experiment in a vlog, for example, makes difficult ideas much clearer and more memorable. Since many students already watch vlogs, this can make them more excited and learn. Second is, students like me can watch educational vlogs anytime, anywhere. This is a great for reviewing lessons or catching up on what they missed. And last, vlogs are very helpful for students who learn best by seeing and hearing things. Teachers can use them to show a step-by-step process which is often better than just explaining it. That's all about my thoughts in a Concept A. How about you, Mr. Felsilda? Can you share your thoughts about the concept if it's okay to you?
Thank you, Mr. Pagapo. I think that the use of vlogs in the teaching and learning process is a creative way to make lessons more dynamic and accessible. They allow teachers to present lessons in a format that students can easily follow. But, just like any other tool, vlogs have their own pros and cons. On the positive side, they are flexible and engaging because students can watch them anytime and replay the difficult parts. However, they don't always allow instant teacher-student interaction, and not all learners have access to reliable internet or gadgets to watch the vlog.
My thoughts about using Facebook for school has both good and bad points. Let's start from the good stuff. Most students, especially like me, already know how to use Facebook, so it's easy to get started. It's a great way for teachers to share class announcements, notes, links, and for students to ask questions and work together on projects. It can also help students feel more connected to each other and their class, especially those who are shy. Using it for school can also help students learn important digital skills. The bad stuff is Facebook can be a huge distraction with all its notifications and other posts. It also makes it hard to keep a clear boundary between a student's personal life and school life, which can lead to privacy concerns. There's also the risk of cyberbullying and other misuse, and it's not a complete tool for things like turning in homework or getting grades. Overall, while Facebook can be a helpful tool for teaching and learning, it's important to use it carefully and set clear rules to avoid problems. How about you, Mr. Felsilda? What are your thoughts in this concept?
My thought on the concept of using Facebook with the teaching and learning process is that I think it is a very practical strategy because Facebook is already a familiar platform for most students. It creates a space where teachers and learners can share information, announcements, and resources. Still, just like blogs, it comes with pros and cons. The advantage is that it makes communication faster and promotes peer interaction through comments and group chats. On the downside, Facebook can be very distracting because of non-academic content, and it may also raise privacy concerns since not everyone is comfortable using it for school purposes.
A flipped classroom reverses the usual teaching method. Instead of listening to a lecture in class and doing homework at home, students learn new material on their own time, usually by watching videos or reading. This frees up class time for activities like group projects, problem solving, and hands-on work. Let's always remember, in every actions and decision we make, there's always the good and the bad. This teaching method has many benefits. It lets students learn at their own pace, and it makes class time more interactive and fun. It also helps students develop important skills like teamwork and critical thinking. However, there are also challenges. The success of this model depends on students doing the work before class. It also requires that all students have access to the internet and technology at home, which isn't always the case. Teachers also have a lot of work to do upfront to create all the materials. It's you again, Mr. Fidelselda. What are your last thoughts in the last concept?
Lastly, my thoughts on the concept of using flipped classroom in the teaching and learning process is that it is a very innovative approach because it changes the traditional way of learning. Instead of listening to lectures in class, students study the lesson beforehand and then use class time for deeper activities. The advantage of this method is that it promotes active participation and allows students to learn at their own pace before applying it in class. The disadvantage, however, is that it depends on the responsibility of the students to study in advance, and it may be difficult for those without gadgets or internet access.